Hey everybody, what's good? Welcome, welcome. So, in cool news, I've been doing slight edits to the stream setup. Primarily, you can maybe hopefully tell, I'm just making sure it's working okay, the sound ducking. Making sure that whenever I talk, the sound comes down, and then about half a second after I stop talking, it just comes up. Okay, that should work. I'm gonna adjust the volumes and stuff as well. So hopefully if I like get into a zone or something and I'm like actually painting and like really, going 5-6 minutes, not looking up or anything like that, you'll be able to hear some music while I'm working and have it not be so low that you can't really hear anything and just kind of awkward. Ivan, Rick, and Greg, hello. Happy Bilbo birthday. That's a tongue twister, kind of. So yeah, we're going to be doing a little portrait sketch thing of a Hobbit. Don't know which Hobbit. It might look like someone, I don't know. We're just going to see what we can do. And then the cool thing is we're using Krita because I have started work on a Krita brush pack. It's been probably the most requested. That and Rebel are the two that have been the most requested brush packs. So I'm going to be using more defaults and then looking at the defaults. I've already imported like 200 brush tips or something. So basically I'm going to work with the defaults, manipulate them a little bit, change the brush tip, and then kind of build a, 20 brush set from that. And then, yeah, the restream stuff is silly. I don't know why. The dashboard says all the stuff should be correct, but yeah, on my end it says it's right, but who knows? I just don't, I'm lazy enough that I don't feel like going in and changing it on YouTube. I already did. I mean, it says it's correct. I just don't know why it doesn't do it, even though it says it does. And that brings us to the reason why I don't trust anybody for any reason, for anything, and why we're building our own website. So, Exhibit A. But yeah, we're going to be doing the Krita brushes. We're going to be painting in that. And yeah, that's all we're going to do. I'm going to do that for a few hours. I was going to stream last night, but we got home real late, so didn't do that. But today it makes more sense anyway, because now there's a theme. There's something that we can do. And also I'm going to try out a new thing, a new old thing. It's a program I had years ago, back when it was in like alpha. And it's basically the same exact program that it was then, but it has cool exporting features and stuff now. It's a way that you can build out your own color palette. And you can do it using orbs and squares and set up lighting. And then you can have multiple grids. And what you do is whenever you save your palette out, you can select which grids you want. Like you'll see it. It's called Color Constructor. So we're going to be using that to give us our, basically look at our color setup before we even have color. And then I can export it out, bring it into Krita, and use that to paint with, which is pretty cool. So it is 11:57, so it's about to hit midnight. Yes, I saw the DM. So I'll get the website up first. So that's kind of the number one thing on the list. So once we get that situated and then figure out how to put Discord into the website in a way that makes sense and seems natural, then it'll really start kind of kicking up. So yeah, if y'all want to know what my actual schedule is, I do the kind of the stay-at-home dad thing from about 7:30 in the morning until, kids go to bed. And it can vary, but usually between 7:15 and 9:30 because the kids are crazy. And then I start work, so I can email throughout the day and stuff, but I don't start painting or doing anything until about 9:30 or 10. And then I work until about 3 or 4 in the morning. And I'm a guy that likes to sleep. I could sleep for 14 hours a day if you let me. But during the work week, I usually, I go to about 3.5 hours of sleep. Maybe 4. So, it's crazy. It won't always be like this, but we'll make it happen. So yeah, let's kick over and look at this right here. So yeah, just let me know how the music is and if the sounds are good and stuff. So we have all this set up here, and I have the ducking set up to be automatic. So it should work, but like we said, can't trust anyone. Let me pull up color constructor so you guys can see this thing. There we go. So this is where we can make our color decisions right now. And whenever we make our colors, we can be like, okay, we want his hair to be brown. We want the skin tone to be kind of a light peach. We want that kind of hunter green and light brown leather. What color do we want the background? Because then you can set this stuff up. So like if we wanted this to be like that green color, kind of that off like soft green, we can up the saturation a little bit. The value, of course, we can make it. So, the cool thing about this as well, if you go too far up, you're going to see a warning, and that means you're out of gamut. You are out of, this would not print. And you can make custom, I think there's a setup, like an initiation file that you can set up to where you can adjust the gamut to be like global. So if you know you work for a certain print company and they have a certain gamut range, they can give that to you and you can put it in here to flag you if it goes there. So it's like, okay, if we have this right here, and then that's actually a decent leather. This skin tone needs a little bit more red, but see how the value's right there. Something like that. Maybe this can be a little more saturated. Okay, so we have green. Just there's a bunch of stuff that's green. I can do. Let's do leather. What do we want this to be? Because our background, we can make any color. We can see kind of what works well with all of these. So we could do like a kind of a soft pastel purple, since that's a color that's not going to be on anything. What's up, everybody? It's good to see everyone. Oh, dude, I have that Total War Warhammer art book. It's good. It has some good concept art stuff, and then it has like the double fold, like the double spread pages that has like Igor Sid art and stuff in it. It's sick. It's super cool. Danish artist, yeah. Jesper's good. I have his one off of like Domestica. Is that the one you got? The acrylic fantasy painting. It's good. I bought an airbrush specifically so I could learn how he keeps the paint wet. I use open medium. Golden makes something called open. It's really good. It just keeps the paint wet for way longer, so you can. It's like a hybrid between an acrylic and an oil at that point, because you can actually have your acrylics out if you have like a wet palette. You have those acrylics out for a few days and they don't dry out anymore. It's pretty good. But we need to figure out what this thing is. That skin tone's a little yellow, actually, so let me bring down the saturation. Actually, bring down the value, too. Yeah, there we go. So we have that, we have that. Also, you can have a light intensity. So we can do this. So the first light is going to be, and if you notice, it's changing the color globally of everything. See how now the light is toning everything? This is why this app is so powerful. It's really basic, but it kind of doesn't matter because, like, you can see what the global light is doing to the actual colors that you have. So this is how you can build a really cohesive color palette to where you don't really need to think about your colors. All you need to think about is your values, because you're setting yourself up for more success here. And then if there's like an ambient, so if we have that, if we have two lights, then you can see how that can be, we can really find a good color for what we want the light to be. Is that the rim light, or what color is the rim light here? Hold on. Light intensity. Oh, here we go. Light 2 intensity. So that's our backlight. That's our fill light. This is our key light. Okay. So, light intensity. Let me actually bring this down to do a little more of a, there we go, kind of a softer, almost like an ochre for the background. And this color, ooh, that'd be cool. Kind of match the background with a little bit of the ambient fill. Or actually, yeah, we could do that. So this is reading pretty good. Cool. So we can do swatches, and then you see what it's giving us here. Is it gives us basically a palette that we can use, and it's based off of the hue, but then it also gives us our value ramp where we want it or where we need it, right? So it has like a colored lights, it has kind of everything within there. What our leather is, which is cool. The greens. So, oh, so you get 2 per deal. I see. One that has the higher saturation, and then the other one that's a little more desaturated. Gotcha. So you can make it a PNG file. That way, if you want to bring it into any art program, and then you can just like color pick from it, you can do that. Or you can do the ACO, the Adobe Color something. Oh, maybe just Adobe Color, actually, because I know they also make a swatch file. So we're going to make this. We are going to do... Oh, that's cool. It simplifies down the value range. That's, or the... Yeah, I guess it would be the value range. Let's keep it on the 5. That's a good set right there. Do the ACO. F4. Let me bring it over here. So this is called Color Constructor. It was actually on sale on one of the Humble bundles about 2 weeks ago. No, not 2 weeks. 2 months ago, maybe. But it's a standalone thing. You can get it off of Gumroad. I think they also sell it in a few other places. But yeah, called Color Construction. And color is with a U to help you find it. So Let me go to desktop here. I will go Hobbit ambient portrait. File has been exported. Okay, so that's cool, right? So now colors are chosen for us, right? If we go back into Krita, if I come into save, edit, load a palette. Oh, here we go. And then import a new palette from a file. Move that over. Don't want to show any NDA stuff. Desktop. Where are we at, bro? Wait, where did I save it? I thought it saves on the desktop. Hold on. I have so many windows open right now. Holy crap. I could have sworn I saved that. Hold on. Okay, swatches, make ACO. Yes. Yes. Export. Desktop. That's so weird. Okay. Oh, wait. Desktop, save as. Is it not saving it out as an ACO? I haven't used this since I rebought it. So it may not be file name Hobbit on the desktop. Okay. File has exported to desktop. But it did it as a ping file. Okay. Oh, I think it did it both. Yes, it did do both. Okay. So yeah, I had both of them selected. The colors are weird. I wish one would be like, I wish these would be a different color if it was actually selected. But anyway, come back to Krita. Come right here. Click on the swatch, right? Yes. Click on that swatch. Import a new palette from a file. Come over to desktop. Hobbit. Open. Do you want to store this palette in your current image? Sure. See, this is what it's telling me. Do you want to store this palette in your current image? Sure. Cool. There you go. Here's your palette. I wish there was a way... Oh, for God's sake. Are you kidding me? No, I want you to... I only want 5 per row. Okay, hold on. Edit current palette. Columns as well. Okay, here we go. 5. There it is. Okay, that's what we wanted. Let me bring that here. For God's sake, why is it so big? Hold on. Like, come on now. Hobbit 5 swatch group, rows of swatches in the group. Yeah, I guess that's right. Is there like a zoom out? For God's sake. I'd like to be able to see all of them, but I also don't want to like get rid of, because I need this. I like my artistic color selector. This is what half of digital painting is, just setting up your workspace. It'd actually probably just be easier just to pick the colors instead of trying to do all this. Yeah, I would love if you could zoom out. Because those are enormous. That's like novelty size sunglasses. That's ridiculous. Swatch. Yeah, there's no way to zoom out. So I love Krita dearly. I love Krita so much I wrote a book about it. But there are things on a UI thing, and I know it's a small team. I understand. And what they've done is miraculous. I love Krita to death. But it's stuff like that that I can't dedicate to being one and done, just Krita. You know what I mean? Like, which is sad, but whatever. All right, we see. Whoop. Actually, I know what we can do even to get our the vibe going. Let's go. Boom. This art. Papers. We want this to feel like an old school, like, portrait that would be in a book, like an old monster manual, or even in Middle Earth, like you look through and they have the sketches, like the Alan Lee and John Howe stuff. So let's do that. Let's open that. Select all, edit, copy, edit, paste. And then there we go. Cool. Okay. Background, I'm going to make foreground color, and then we can lower this opacity a little. So it gives us the texture and the cool paper look, but it's not so overbearing. And that means we can also come and mask out, or we can mask any of this back up to be higher transparency, or to be lighter, I guess. Okay. So I do have my I do have all the Peter Pollock stuff on PureRef, but I also got some of the Evan Amundsen stuff because I love his portraits. Love, love, love. He's one of my favorites. I keep going back to him. He actually did one of Samwise Gamgee, which I love. I love the personality. I love the... And I learned how he does this lighting effect, which is very handy. Very handy. But he has some very great sketchy... like his kind of like Hobbit-esque, Middle-earth-esque stuff, you know? Even some more buck wild fantasy. But yeah, Evan's a beast, man. I have one of his, actually like 2 or 3 of his tutorials. Just great work all around. And I love these type of, I could do a book just of this type of stuff and I'd be thrilled if I could do it. So, But yeah, great stuff. So I have it here. Oh yeah, and then, but I have it here for inspiration. But not only that, but just to see how he kind of does some techniques. I do like this type of form shading, you know? I guess shading's not the right word, but you can kind of see where even the paint strokes, the hard round brush, since it's on overlay layer, probably. It goes even over the line art and stuff, but I dig it. I like it. It does look a little chaotic, but it's still contained enough to like really read super well. And like even this line isn't perfect, and like there's a little extra line right here, but who cares, man? Like this is like chef's kiss, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I got over on this screen. So if I just start like staring at it, multiple things. One, I'm an old man, so I'm probably trying to read chat, but then also I'm looking at the Evan stuff. Said dinner with him. Dude, the way he explains things, I would love to talk shop with him, because the way he explains things, I value a great deal. Especially when he talks about working in imagination. And he's a guy that uses a ton of reference, which is cool, but he goes in deep, like molecular structure of the inside of skin type stuff. Like he's a very thorough, you know, there's a reason he put something on the canvas. You know what I mean? Like he thought about all of it. But yeah, Evan's a genius. Absolute genius. So we're going to come up here. We're going to put this as a multiply layer. Cool. That's another thing. Every time I kind of touch anything up here, it acts as if I hit that minimize button, which I did not. If you edit the number of columns and rows in your palette, the swatches will get smaller. Yes. So, yes. However, here's the kicker. Right now, the way these are set up on Color Constructor, they are 5 each thing. So leather is 2 rows, right? Green is 2 rows. Skin is 2 rows. Dark red is 2 rows with 5 columns. All right. So when I want to just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across here to make sure it stays, you know, leather, green, you know what I mean? Like, so it keeps that, it doesn't do it. So here's part of leather, green, but that's up here. But then also, if I make this smaller, if I come here, and then rows of swatches in the group. So let's do, how many rows would I have? I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd have 8 columns of swatches, 5. They're big as hell. But okay, oh, actually maybe, here we go. Let me put this up to 10, because then, and then if the rows of swatches in a group would be 4. Am I doing my math right? Kinda. Oh, no. Wait, why are all these extra ones here? See, this is what I mean. Like, it's filling out the... Okay. Oh, so wait. No, I need... Wait, why aren't they extending? My brain's not working right now. Okay. Someone do this math for me. I have, so each one of these compartments, right? There are 8, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In a perfect world, to keep these small, I could do all 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 across. And then I would only need 4 stacks of that, correct? Because that way all of the greens are on one line, all of the leather is on one line, all of the skin is on one line, and all of the dark red is on one line. So this is what I mean. Crit is great until it's not. Because I'm telling it what to, and it's not. It has no idea. Yes. Yes. So that's what makes this so powerful, is you can set up your lighting and it has your whole palette for you. So when you want to, like, quote unquote add your rim light, it's already decided. Like, you can pick the exact right thing to make it look the way you want it, which is super cool. But it has to play right with what you're using. So, I mean, I literally could do this. I could, if I bring this back over, let me put that back. But yeah, so like, I don't know why that's happening. It's probably an easy button that I'm just not seeing. But what we can also do is just go File, Open, and then if I come to the desktop, since I exported it as a PNG file, you see what I mean? Then I can select all, edit, copy, yeah. Come over here, go to edit, paste. And it keeps it kind of organized for me. So we have that. So we can always just have this right here. Palette. And then we can lock it, right? Locked layer. Cool. So then that way we can hide it whenever we don't need it as reference images outside the canvas itself. Yes. So that yeah, that's true actually. So this way you can kind of keep it on the canvas. You can just unhide it and pick something. And so yeah, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. But this, I don't quite understand why why I would do it like that. But anyway, let's actually start, putting marks down. That'd be cool. Alright, so we'll just do basic face shape first. And yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of, like, maybe Frodo and he could be holding Sting or something. But I don't know, that's kind of ominous. And that's not really what Frodo's all about, right? So, we can start sketching out, seeing what we can get out of this one. Basically, I can do like a... I'll do a 3/4 because that's a... Do a 3/4 portrait, right? And then, like, if this is the middle ideal, then there, and then the Hobbit ears. So elf ears are a little more like angled, right? They're a little more that, and then Hobbit ears are just kind of big. They're just big and pointy. Almost like a little gremlin, right? So like this type of thing. Like, is that a Hobbit ear? Who knows? angle's kind of off, but we'll fix it. So if I want the middle line of the face to be like this, right? Oh, that's true. Oh, that's actually a good idea. He could be smoking a pipe. He could have it like up here, doing one of those. And then what we need to do, and here's the deal. The thing that the Lord of the Rings films did so well is they made haircuts really like, I don't know, almost like copyrightable. There's such a big trademark on how they had their hair that's kind of like a little curly but a little coming out, and it's, you know, it's like wispy. Alrighty, thanks for hanging out, Rick. But yeah, we'll touch base. I do like the idea about the community art stuff. I think that's really cool, and it's gonna happen. It will happen. Once I get the website up and once we get all those kinks worked out and all that stuff, then I can like shift focus and give it the focus that it deserves, you know? But yeah, things are gonna happen for sure, you know? But yeah, see, so like this type of motif where the Frodo Baggins, kind of curly, the curliness, you know? And then like this kind of comes up, you know, but it's still like rich. Like it's still like, yes, like there's a Hobbit haircut now. Like it's super, you know, it's just unmistakable, right? And like it has to come way out here. So I may even need to make him there we go. You know, that stays there. So this comes back around to hide the neck. I just don't want it to look too mullety, right? So it has to like come before the ear, I think. Like it has to kind of droop down a little, you know? Something like this maybe. And then come back up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like once you see it and you're like, oh, I get it. Like, I know what that is. You know, so just something like that. Make it very silhouette-y, I guess. And then, how would I want this to curve around? Yeah. So this is giving off like Elijah Wood vibes. This line's kind of pulling stuff off. And actually I need to correct that line anyway. Actually, we can probably just put in the features now that, because we know what angle he's looking at, you know. So it's like, how does Evan do his 3/4? Hold on, let me. Oh, it looks like he does. There's like a little bit of arithmetic behind it. Like I said, Evans is super, like, smart guy. Yeah. That he does, you can tell he's measured out a lot of this stuff. When will I wear wigs? I gotta make a whole bunch of money before I start wearing wigs. Well, here's the thing. Wigs are I joke, but wigs are actually kind of expensive. Like, I don't know how these cosplayers like just wear like a new wig every stream or something. It's ridiculous. I'm like, dude, those are hundreds of dollars. Hundreds. Some are thousands of dollars. You know? So it looks like he does this type of thing. I'll do the generic angry eyebrow for right now. I'll fix it. Once I get the eyes in and stuff, I'll come back and fix it. So if we do that, bring that in. Yeah, it's about right, maybe, you know? Because if nose comes down, then this would like see the bottom of the nostril almost, like right here. Yeah. Might be a little off, but we'll fix it. I'm really like starting to embrace the whole idea that, oh, if there's something wrong, I'll just fix it, you know, 5 hours from now. It's fine. There's a liquefy tool for a reason. Instead of like beating myself up over like it not being perfect right away. It's like, no, just work on it, you know, just need his eye to be a little bigger so it doesn't look like he's stoned. Right. And also, what's kind of nice about this, I'm liking doing this slightly more stylized stuff lately. I just like it. I like doing it. It's fun. And also it's like less stressful in a way because I can do this type of art all day, every day. From imagination, without reference, with reference, doesn't matter. Like, that's not bad. He has a little bit of a Clark Gable like butt chin right now, but we'll once again we'll fix that. Proportions are a little off, but sometimes that can give character more so than having to follow like the Loomis method or something super religiously. You can yeah, I think something about the angle's a little off, but that's it's fine. Like, does his face have enough mass to hold the mandible the way it is? You know? Might actually be the angle of the nose. I wonder if, because I have that part coming down here, maybe it actually needs to be a little more like, yeah, there we go. And I can get rid of that. Actually bring it down a little more. There we go. That feels a little better. And then we can just do generic. I mean, it would probably make sense that I should probably pull up the actual reference from the deal. Yeah, he's got a big nose. It's fine. We can make it smaller, but also hobbits kind of have big noses, you know? And when we're younger, and apparently, I mean, hobbits are like always young, right? Essentially. I mean, hell, Bilbo looks great and he's 111 today, so. Because, like, if we just get, like, a lasso tool. me just use colorize mask. I thought there was a liquefy. It may be a brush, actually. So yeah, if I do something like this. And then I move that there. Right? Then I can also do that. Here we go. Something like that. Looks a little more corrected. So, we have that. We can start with grayscale. What do I want to do? Okay. Here we go. Let's use some of the custom ones I've already made, just to see how well they kind of work right now. Actually, no, let's go ahead and we can just get the skin tone right there, right? There's leather, that's dark leather, skin tone. And if we do round, a nice hard round brush, but it still has a little bit of that wetness of like blending colors and stuff like that that we can use. And then we do like slightly lighter. And this is cool because there's no actual real brush strokes on these, which is kind of nice. I really like the wet brush engine that Krita gives. I like it quite a bit. That, and then like that. So then if I come over here, I'm gonna do some of these. So really I'm just going to kind of work this up using that color palette. Just sort of putting in, and then we can always come in and correct it. And so like, so for the occlusion shadows, I go as kind of as dark as possible while still having pretty high saturation, and you can tell that there's saturated color in there. So like depending on the color, if it's like a red or something like that, it won't go as dark as something like a greenish something, just because red already starts off a little darker. So it's the perceptual part of it. It's like, okay, see it until you can tell that there's red in there, but dark enough that it can actually be occluded shadow, and then maybe work up from there. Maybe make your form shadows lighter than that, but maybe have a little less saturation than the occlusion. So like that's where you can play around with that stuff. Violet, what's up, my friend? Welcome. That's usually how I go about it. It's at least a good place to start. Like it lets you get something down on the canvas, and then you can look at it and be like, is that right or no? Do I need to change something? Or so if we also come here and get this and maybe lighten the value here. So yeah, there's a lot of cool personality on the skin tone already, right? And this is even before we've added, like, let's say this brown for our hair. I know I put leather there, but I also do need the brown from here. And yeah, what I've been doing a lot lately is actually just using more kind of wet blend brush type stuff, but also not a lot of texture, at least while blocking in. Because I think it's good practice to like get more confident of using either color or value or something instead of just relying on the texture the whole time, which I know is probably crazy coming from me, Mr. Painterly brushstroke texture stuff, but it's all about building that confidence of like knowing that you can rely on brushwork no matter what brush you have. Yeah, this will kick out a little more like that. Okay. Like I said, I'm getting more comfortable with just like doing a thing and letting it sit, and then we can come back to it later if it needs it, you know? So all of this stuff could be corrected or fixed right now, but I can always just fix it later. Let's put that in there. In there. Okay. And actually, let's pick that darkest right here. And see how that's automatically a darker, but it's also really saturated. That's the type of stuff that I do really enjoy. So you have that there. So like we can even bring that over here. Bring that in. So let me do the actual eye right there, and then I can form. And then form. That's the darkest right there. Dark upper lip, lighter bottom lip. It works every time. Every time. And then darker. Okay. Like I said, we're just kind of freewheeling right now. And we'll be able to up the vibrancy and stuff here in a little bit. So let me block in real quick just some green, just to kind of see what we're working with. And like I said, this is based on kind of the old fantasy, the older fantasy stuff. So it's like, or the more traditional, old school, like John Howell, limited palette, you know, Alan Lee. Yeah, this is way more fun. It's more expressive too. You can't help but be expressive whenever you do this because you have to be. Like, there's no way around it. You can't rely on just, oh, technique and it looks so realistic. It's like, nah, that's not what it's about. You know, like a little bit of that skin tone here. So there's actually a, what is it? It's, yes, okay. So let me see if this works. I think it was Hardy Fowler that showed me this. The temperature shifts in the face to make it pop a little more and be a little bit more like concept art, like more attention grabbing, even on a limited palette. I think the T shape is red. The chin area, and this is for everybody. This is for men, women, doesn't matter the skin tone, doesn't matter. Warmer here. Cooler here. Because that's usually where hair grows. You know, facial hair or whatever. So it's a stubble, sort of like 5 o'clock shadow look or whatever. And then up here, your forehead, yellow. If I come in here and I do that real quick. So if I just take this color and then, okay, so we're right here. Let me get a red. And I know this is going to look crazy, but if I do this, so that T shape, right? Got our T shape. Then I come over to the yellow. This is why this artistic color deal. Let me move me real quick. Let me move all this real quick so I can move the chat. Okay, so this right here. I love the artistic color selector because it allows me to stay within value, but I can shift hue whenever I want. So let's say we wanted to do the yellow one instead of here. I'll just go right here, make that a little more yellow. Right. And of course, this would be red because you have blood flow right here. Yeah, so we'll just do the whole nose. But then you can actually come, you can gray it out a little more. And then you can come over to the cools. And put in something like this. Right. So that's kind of the color, kind of the color deal right there. So if I change this over, maybe to overlay, and I lower the opacity, it already starts to like affect things. You know, because it cools this down, it warms that up, and then that's kind of a weird deal. So you can also do, if we do color, but see, color kind of washes it out. I actually like to do either overlay or, what's the other one? Soft light, maybe? Yeah, see, soft light does it pretty good too. You can actually up the opacity pretty good if you do soft light. Oh, let's see. We'll fix that, Violet. There we go. That should work. Here, and I will come back over with camera. There we go. Cool. Let's see, Oh, I guess so, yeah. Huh, that's funny. See how kind of the warmer line? And then, and where the cheeks and the... That's a little bit different, but... It's super interesting to think about. I would bring up Peter Pollock stuff, but he doesn't use any of the same color theory that you would think, you know. We have that. Yeah, that automatically makes it more interesting, at least. And then if we go, can I merge with layer below? Yay. Okay. So we're going to keep that. Let me come over. Was round, flat, 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 rough one, regular flat. Let's do a regular flat for a little bit. So these will be the brushes that I have in my, whenever I bring out a Krita pack, it will be these brushes. So let's go ahead and blend that. Okay. So let's do, so we're already kind of going away from the color palette a little bit. So what we need to do is bring this back in. Right? It's not too much there, but we'll give it the old Rembrandt. Why not? Why not? And let's do that, because that's where that hits. Let's do it right there. What color do I want? See, this is why I never trust anything ever. I set the Discord link to never expire ever, but it always expires. Forever. Stupid ass Discord. Let's see. Invite people. Edit invite link. Expires. Never. No limit on users. That's why I made a chat command, because I used the no never expire link. Well, shows how good that works. Okay. Copy. There we go. So while I'm thinking about it, let me go change my chat commands for that to be the command. But yeah, I've always had a problem with Discord saying a thing and then it doesn't do that thing. Always. Always, always. Let's do... You guys are going to see proof of this. Okay, command updated for that one, right? YouTube, same thing. Yes. Command updated. Right. So now let's see if that actually updated it. Okay, so it did, but now next time we stream and we throw this out, we'll see if it expired or not. Because a lot of people will say, I'm doing it wrong or something, and it's like, no, no. I'm literally seeing the verifications on all the stuff, so. That's the part that I don't miss about. I used to stream full-time back in 2014. That's the type of stuff. Like, stuff I should set it and it should work. But then when it doesn't, it's dumb. And it's a waste of time. We do... See, like, this is kind of a cool way to work. But part of me is also like, why don't I just paint like normal and then just do like a gradient map at the end or something, you know? Because I could just hit there. Hit this. Make this pop a little bit right there. Just pick the colors the old-fashioned way. That's so silly. Like, why do they say that they never expire and then they expire? So, like, yeah. So well, first of all, welcome, Violet, to the Discord, where you can hear me do all other kinds of old man rants. But you'll see, next time we throw it out, it's going to be that link, and I'm curious if it's going to expire or not. Because that's the only reason I set up that chat command. Was because it told me that was the one that wouldn't expire, and then it expired. So, silly. Silliness. So there's another brush that I was experimenting with that I'm going to put in the brush pack. And I'm interested to see what people are going to think about it. Because I like the idea of it, I just haven't used it enough. And it's the color, the chaos colors. So I can literally, as I put brush strokes down, it does jitter but it also does jitter based on how hard I push down. And the whole idea behind this is I want this to give a little bit of variety in my colors, but it stays within the value. I made sure that the value stays locked during it. But this should allow for some really cool, like, wet blendy color shifts. And then we can do chaos color round. It's a little bit more extreme. If I do like that. See how it brings in like green? It's weird. I need to see why it always goes towards green first. I wonder if it's set up to program for like complementary-ish colors. Because I have it has a dial that tells you like what's the maximum radius around from your initial color that you want to go. And even giving it different options, like really high or really low or somewhere in the middle, it always tries to go to green. It doesn't matter. It's funny. Actually, I want to darken that a little bit. Let's add a little bit of chaos to it. Come with a standard round. Let's do flat rough. Let's see what we can get. I do want to warm up that temperature a little bit. So we're going to warm this. Yeah, we'll keep that same temperature. So let's do this. Actually, we'll just do brown. Brown it up. So now we're just kind of completely going away from that limited color palette. I mean, we're still somewhat limited in the color palette, but we're not using it as the main crux anymore. We can always come back to it and then use it almost like a gradient map of sorts, you know? Let's darken that a little. Darken that, use that same brown. I mean, push comes to shove, you can always go monochromatic. And that always works. You know, blue works with blue, as they say. if we just go around and just use this brown for kind of everything dark, it should actually work okay. What I can do though, so something I noticed that Evan does really well, let me bring this over. He does cast shadows super well. You know, basically an item casting a shadow on a person or thing. But he even does it, and there's the occlusion shadows. He even does it in his sketches like this. So even very early on, like this one's kind of the perfect example of it. Even early on, you can tell what the depth of things are. You know what I mean? It's a super cool way to go. I need to practice more of this, definitely. Because it'll help me just define my shapes better. And kind of where they are in space, you know? And like... yeah, like this is nuts. So let me... what would be the actual... like... almost... black, you know? Like... maybe let me go to digital, basic opacity. Like here's the real hard round brush, you know. So if we have that, what would it be? Probably like under here. If that would be a good one to do, but like there maybe. The hair would for sure. Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of on the neck, I guess, since that's getting covered. Definitely here. Let me block in this real quick. Yeah, maybe I'll just have to render with this hard round brush for a minute. And actually start like bringing in the shapes correctly. Oh, that'd be cool if we did kind of a brighter, almost like an orangey thing for the there. Now I wonder if we do a rim light. We do this. Something like that, maybe. And then if we like come up here. Right. I'm trying to look at how Evan does his. Because I don't even think this part's like ready yet for a rim light pass, but maybe it'll just make this look a little more interesting while we're working. You know. Thing is, you don't want to hit everything with a rim light because it'll make everything look flat. Rim light's one of those things that you think it would add depth, but it actually takes away depth, in my opinion. Yeah, I like to put them in, but yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, oh, that looks cool, and then it almost doesn't do any real lighting for me, you know. But I do like. It's funny, just doing rim lights like this. This reminds me more of Evan's work. You know what I mean? Like, this gives it more of that Evan Amundsen vibe. Ignium, what's up, my friend? But see, he's even able to do it just with... he does rim light on a freaking pencil sketch. You know what I mean? Like, he loves him some, which, understandable, he makes it look perfect, so it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. Looks so good. And see, like, interesting, none on the face here, but some on the hands, even though the quote-unquote the material is still the same because it's skin. But see, you can see it. And see, he doesn't put it everywhere. He doesn't even put it on metal. Right? He kind of does at the tip here, and then sure, maybe this line. But like, the metal here doesn't have any of that rim light. Which you would think that would be the first thing you would add rim light to, but he's like, nope. Not needed. Which is super cool. I just like looking at the decision making and being like, oh, I would fall under the trap of doing this. And it's cool to see an artist not do that. And it still works well. In fact, it works better. Not falling for the traps. Let me see. Can I mimic the technique I saw? If I go layer the image. New, no, not that. Oh yeah, that's right. It's all this stuff is under filter. Okay, so if I adjust my, let's see what auto contrast says. It says nothing. It says nothing. That's fine. Adjust, which I guess is good. Means we're not doing anything wrong, you know. Adjustment curves, that's right. Let's do channel lightness. Bring that in. Actually, nope. Cancel. What I want to do, select all, edit, copy merged. Then come up here, edit, paste. Boom. Okay, done. That's what I needed to do. Before I do any of these adjustment curve layer things, I'm going to do that. Inner? Whoop. No. I think I just swapped tools, really. Right. Select, deselect, add the brush tool. Okay, now I should be able to... There's the auto contrast. Oh my god. It's so bright. It's so bright. But, you know what we can do? We can use that adjustment as our rim light. You know how? Duplicate layer or mask. Then, now we have both of these. Now I can run the auto contrast. Makes it super blown out for no good reason. But then we can add a transparency mask. And then, so is this one the one where... Oh, okay. Clip is the one where a brush adds something and the eraser takes it away. But every other painting program on the planet, black is hide, right? And white is show, which makes sense. So here's the way that I found lately that really works super well. So now this is hidden, right? So all that's hidden. But then if I come in with something like this, and I have a wet blend brush type thing, went around, and then I come in and I start revealing a little bit. This is like poor man's lighting, but it works. It works like crazy. And I can always bring it back down if I need to. And see, using the mask, you can get like total control over how much you want to show it. Yeah, so like we can, if you wanted to go like real wild with it, you could do like I need to bring in the so you do like the true like slice of light thing. Kind of smooth it a little bit just to but you want to keep it to where it has the harsh line, though. It makes it work pretty well. But that is the cool thing, is you can always come back and adjust it. So if you want to change the angle of it, you know, you can do that too. My lighting, my big backlight, the light right there. And actually, this is kind of funny because I do have a light right here. I have that green light right here, like hitting. That's true. Take a screenshot of myself and use that. I mean, hey, use me as a reference, right? So if I do that, if the light's coming there, that's still going to be there, but this will be much lighter. This will kind of kick over. It's all about how sharp does that curve go. And here, yeah, that's good. And you can even like and it's funny, I might end up doing this type of lighting on like every one of my paintings going forward because it's fun to do, it's easy, it's like real easy, and you're letting the program kind of pick what your saturations and values and stuff are, you know. And I need to come and like soften that out a little bit. This gives us a place to start, and then from here make a layer on top and be like, okay, we need to bring this in some lightness, maybe a little bit of saturation, and then you can like follow this line of light essentially, but then start kind of texturing, and you can even go overboard a little, which is fine. We do that, and then we know the most saturated part is right before the Terminator line, right? Then if we really want to do some fun, because we really just want to sell that idea that that light is kind of piercing through, right? And come back and pick another texture and stuff like that, but really this actually needs to follow form a little more. What's nice is I have the sketch lines in here, but I can really start kind of getting rid of some of them now. So I'm going to pick these colors here, and I'm going to start like really picking some of these and and I like the idea of that rim light, but I think it should be another color. I really want it to work. That needs to be like a Something like this. Similar colors where they are. Yes, so that's actually a really good way to do things as well. And a very easy way that you can do that, super easy way you can do that, is if you make a duplicate of your sketch layer. Duplicate layer. Move it up. Okay. And then what you're going to do, I'm going to change this to normal mode, right? Now, go ahead and lock the transparency. Okay. So that way, whenever you paint over this, there's no way that those, like, everything you paint will not go outside of the lines of just what's on the layer. And then what you do is you grab a color around where the lines are that you're doing, darken it just a little bit. And go there. So then, like here, for instance, and you'll really see it on the skin when we do that, because these are just all very dark right now. So if I do like this, and actually this is, ironically enough, a thing that Evan Amundsen does. He comes and he colors the lines to make sure they blend in well with the work. It's a very good way to control the temperatures and stuff. So then, if we come like over here and like this, see, now you can see it a little better of what it's supposed to look like. If it looks a little off, you can always just come and like reintroduce lines. So then like darker lines, but they have the color, they have that information there. And it makes it less aggressive too, which is nice. So then if we have like this, we're just kind of color picking around. Oh yeah, we can take the actual rim light color. Maybe hit there. Maybe hit there. Maybe hit there. It's a cool like comic technique, right? That one needs to be... yeah, that one needs to be darker. Darker. Okay. So then here, And it helps out a little bit. And then, yeah. So like, so that, yeah, this one right here, that's actually a different layer. So it's not the sketch layer. And then, you have like that. So yeah, it's a good technique. It's interesting because it like lends itself really well. And then, you know, from there you can come in and then you can kind of see what values are kind of off. Like what's too dark, what's too light. Then you can almost like color pick around it just to make sure that it gets taken care of. And then maybe if we do this, and then do that, there we go. Yeah, see, now that tempered that nostril line, even though it's still a sketch line, it makes it look a little more realistic, or believable, I should say. So then if we have all this information, and we come in, we do like paint, let's do, we'll just do normal brush right there. And then we can come in and kind of fix what the like leftovers, I guess. And we have that. We can up and up. So up the saturation and the brightness. Right? Because we really want that feel, that nice warm. Yeah, so really this is just random Hobbit. It's funny. We actually talked about it at the beginning of the stream. It's all in the haircut. It's all in the haircut. The Lord of the Rings movies literally invented the Hobbit haircut. Like, as long as you have this hair on your character and they have some sort of ear, like some sort of like goblin-y ear, it's a Hobbit through and through. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny how much it works. Here, let's bring this. So yeah, now we're getting to the point to where essentially we can just render. Like, we can come, we can fix things, we can adjust while we go. But this is at the point now to where if we just come in and render it kind of the same way we did our that Punk Demon Slayer, like that's our portrait, you know what I mean? Because yeah, we can adjust, we can make sure the curves work well. We can hit there. We can actually like get rid of some of these. Really knock it up by doing this. Yeah, this is there's Bilbo and there's Frodo and this is Jimbo. And he's Jimbo the Hobbit. He likes to play the banjo. So say hi to the class, Jimbo. Hi, guys. I don't know why he talks like Mickey Mouse, but he would. He totally would. Oh boy. Yeah, Jimbo eye baggins. That's true. Because he's like me, he doesn't sleep. Oh man. I'm gonna work on 3 hours of sleep again. Yeah. The wizard. Saruman hit him with it, man. It's a shame. It is a shame. I actually don't need that. Let me get a... What do I want? Let's try wet bristles and see how that works. Make it little. Is that... Because I need a smoother brush. I'm just kind of... I'm not even looking at anatomy or anything. I just want the nose to feel a little different. Like a... So it's smooth. Kind of. But you can still, like, see the brushwork. That's the goal. It's very Aaron Griffin. Or Aaron Griffith? I'm gonna get his name wrong. Well, these wet brushes make some dope, like, hair strand looks. Get rid of that. We'll keep a little bit of that green there just to have it. Oh, thanks so much, man. It's like I said, I don't know what it is. Noses, I mean, even if they're not anatomically correct and probably the angle's wrong, and if I looked at it and blah blah blah, but I love the planes because you have the two side planes, you have your main plane, then almost this bottom where the nostrils are and stuff is almost a whole different thing. Like literally I cut it with a line and then I can do whatever I want kind of down here. Take it easy, Ivan. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great day or night. But yeah, you can always do some pretty cool nose stuff. If you just have that kind of basic foundational shape down, it's pretty cool. Like, yeah, happy birthday, Bilbo. So this could be young, suave Bilbo. But yeah, that's true. Let's go ahead and while we're here, let's fix the... So that's a little more traction to it. Switch brushes here in a minute for this because it's not feeling quite right. Brush that I need. Okay, this one's a better one. Yeah. I need it to be a little smoother. Does that transfer down to the this needs to be a little smoother. And this is just a fun way to render out portraits. It doesn't like follow any actual anatomical guidelines correctly, I don't think, but it still just looks pretty impactful, and I appreciate that. Textured soft. I need to make a modified version of this for the brush pack because I like this brush quite a bit. Oh, like a specular highlight. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I haven't even really added the speculars yet because the eyes need it. I saw a post today where somebody compared 3 different movies that had the same kind of shot where the character, or, you know, the focal point of the shot is a character, and they're all in red light. And like, then it did a close-up of their eyes. And like, Brian De Palma, you know, did Scarface. And Al Pacino's eye light. So everything's red, like completely red. The shadows are red, all this other stuff is red. The specular highlight in his eyes is white, and it looks awesome. Because all of the other ones are red, because you're lighting the person with red. I don't know how he got a pure white specular highlight. And I don't think he did it after the fact. Like, they did it in the shot. So I wonder if he had like a little flashlight or something, or like a Christmas light. I've heard Christmas lights work really well because they're so small and they only emit enough light to not like bounce off of skin, but just to like the mucous membrane of your eye catches it. And like, God, it looked awesome. It's funny, me and my wife had a date night during dinner. I told her that I'm doing more stylized art like this, right? And I was like, I like doing it more. And I honestly think I'm probably kind of... Now, here's the thing. Part of me thinks I'm better at this just because it comes more naturally and I don't have to think as much about it. And like, just whatever I'm doing, it ends up being there. Instead of like, well, let me pause and find 12 references and copy those references and then make edits. And then like, this is a way more natural style for me because like, I haven't looked at my references in a while now. But then I made the joke, I was like, I might be happier, but I might never work again. Because like, I'll need to get this style up to a certain level before I get big jobs, I think. Like, I like the style and it's fun. I just don't know who's gonna hire it. Because it's not realistic. It's not, you know... I mean, it'd be rad if I got more tabletop jobs doing this, but I don't see that happening, necessarily. Or, I don't know anything and I'm gonna get more of them. I have no clue. So that's part of this appeal, is like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing these stylized things, quote unquote more cartoony or whatever, but we'll see where it takes us. Because some people really won't like it, you know. That's just God's honest truth. But I'm hoping that the people that do like it really like it, you know. Need to fix the eyes, I think, but I'll do that here in a minute. Oh, another cool trick. Gives the eye more depth. Tear duct. Get that tear duct there. See, that one's too bright though. The thing that I really like about Krita's brush engine, these are like the default brushes kind of that I'm using right now. They allow you to have nice wet blends, but also control over like where your brush stroke's going. Because a lot of times with wet blendy stuff, like in something like a Art Rage or a Rebel, it can get a little unwieldy, you know? Alrighty. Sounds good. I'll probably paint for another 15 minutes or so, and then I'll head out. That's kind of the nice thing. This is just an excuse to paint. I've been working my butt off on the website. I haven't had a chance to paint at all. So this is just a nice relaxing deal, you know. No expectations. It doesn't need to be in the portfolio. Like, it's just, hey, we're gonna do a Hobbit. We're gonna paint us a Hobbit portrait. Something I do want to do, though, is merge, paste. Okay. Filter, balance. Okay. Let's do this just to kind of see what we get. See, I need the Asaro head to do the actual deals, because I know that light is not correct. It's not going around the form correctly, which is making me go a little crazy, but midtones. Cyan, maybe? No. A little more towards red. Yeah, because that way that green will hit a little better. So shadows. Maybe? Cyan? Yeah. Let's do that. And towards blue a little bit. This is almost like a gradient map, right? And then some red a little bit. Tones. Let me see what it looks like on stream. Let me move this. Because seeing it on another monitor is usually pretty helpful. Because I have 3 monitors here, so. Yeah, it makes the rim light a little less, like, punchy. That's okay, I think, because if I do this and then I make a mask, duplicate. There we go, transparency mask. Okay. What do I want to do? I want to let's see. here. That way the light itself is going to be a little more, since it goes more towards the gray, it's going to look green. A little more of something. Just goof around with the, just goof around and see what happens. Hit it back over here with like the Rembrandt, bring the light right next to the shadow side silhouette. Let's bring that red in a little bit. Yeah, we can still kind of hit the deal. It looks a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably bring up the sorrow head just to get that light, because doing it from imagination is one thing, but making it look right is probably more important. There we go. We'll keep some of that saturation there. Also bring some here. Kind of red up the shadows a little more. Okay. Has he had second? He's had let's see, how many things are there? There's like 9 meals a day or something. Because you have like afternoon tea, you have breakfast, you have second breakfast, you have 11sies, you have afternoon tea, you have lunch, you have supper, you have dinner. I think you have something else in between. Probably about, because I think afternoon tea is after, how's it go? You know, I'm putting my Tolkien knowledge cap on. We have that. And then what's nice is if Krita has gradient maps, don't they? Believe so. Colors. Edge map. Gradient map. Yes, they do. Cool. Okay. Levinsy's luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and then supper. Yes. So if I do select all, we'll merge it again. Copy, merge, edit, paste. Deselect, filter, map, gradient map. Here we go. So if we do one of these, yeah, if we do something like this, or we can even it's nice. Some of those earlier gradients actually read really well without it changing the blending mode too much, which is cool. Which means we've done our job pretty well. That's a cool one. I like that one. Keeping that one. Cool. That makes it look super, super like archival, you know? Then you can go and make this a transparency mask. I wonder how this is going to look. It's probably going to be weird, but we can try it. We can try it, right? Let's come over to digitals. Let's just do this one. Temper it a little more. There we go. It's starting to look pretty cool. Actually need to temper this back down. And I can need to change that shadow. That shadow doesn't make sense right there. loving gradient maps lately. They have been a game changer for sure. That's cool. Okay. All right. So something like that. So this, if we change this to color, it's cool. Overlay. Yeah, it's too much. Soft light. It's also too much. Yeah, we'll just do normal. That's fine. And then we can just lower the opacity a little. Actually, I don't know. I like it a little more stark, like that. What we really have to do now, up. We have just basic hard round brush, right? And we can start. Do marker dry, blender basic. No, I want paintbrush, and I want wet textured soft. That's what I want. Now I can take all of the new things the gradient map gave me and use that to my advantage. And it's nice and smooth. So I can do that transition a little bit. I'll also get a blender brush. Kind of blend this together. Now we have that. And so that. So I can just save the silhouette, the harder edges for these silhouettes now. That's good. And then yeah, this one might be about done. This is just a goof off painting. go. I'll just start taking care of some of these edges that are a little off, you know. Just trying to close up this silhouette a little bit. Let's see. I thought if we brought in the bounce light, it could help, but it did not. And then that can be a tangent, so we're going to get rid of that. And then we're actually going to get a blender brush and do the chin, because I don't want to keep a sharp light on the chin, because it sometimes makes it look like a goatee even if you don't mean it to be one. So we'll just kind of blend this out a little. Right. A few of these together. And then I wonder if I come over here, I mean, this will be like eye bleeding right here, but I almost use these brushes right here as like cross hatching. Maybe. There we go. Maybe it'll give us a little something. Almost like a screen tone or a... In fact, I could add screen tone. Krita has really good screen tone brushes. But I will just keep... That makes it look like he has stubble, but that's fine. That's funny. The rugged, the weary, worn, rugged, built Ford tough Hobbit. Probably need to Undo some of these. There we go. All right, there. There we go. Bam. Bam. It's not bad for a few hours, I guess. I mean, this is like a good start to a full-on portrait if I wanted to do a full thing, you know. But yeah, that might be it for tonight's stream. Let's save as. Let's do. There we go. Cool. So that's what we got so far. Really, it was just a nice excuse to do a Hobbit from imagination. Just see if we could do it. And I think we did it okay. We can kind of tell who it is, sort of, and what it's supposed to be, and yeah. Overall, not too upset with that. Not bad. I mean, there's a lot of fixes to do. The ear, the eyes are off, the nose is a bit big, but good enough for what? 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe. That's a drop in the bucket compared to a full commission. So, yeah, that is my time. And I hope you all have a fantastic night. I will see you all on Wednesday. I have no idea what we're going to do. I think I might start playing around in Clip Studio Paint with the comic panel features, trying to figure out how that stuff works and how basically, like, I need to finish writing my script, then I'll know what images I need. Then I can go cut the panels out for the images, kind of each individual box, sketch within those, expand, you know, add more pages, get rid of pages, whatever, as we go through. And then, yeah, start work officially on just a random comic. I don't know what of. I have my big story already made up, but that thing's going to be like 100+ page behemoth. There's no way I'm getting that done quickly. So that's going to be one of those that I'll probably work a majority of it off screen and off stream. But yeah, we'll see. And plus there's other NDA illustration stuff I'm doing and other stuff for the Gary Gygax things and a few things I can't talk about yet. And I think I announced that I'm doing the next Percy Jackson book. Pretty sure I did. But yeah, so that should be coming out soon, actually. And excited about that for the bookish box. So doing that, that's all done. That's all well and good and done. But we're just hanging out now. I'm finishing up the website. The website should be ready, I'm hoping, knock on wood, by the end of this week. And it should be live, and the whole dynamic of like the YouTube channel is going to change because it's going to really focus on the teaching side of things and recommendations and hardware, and like it's going to be it's the same vibe. Just it's going to be like, okay, perfect example is the new Procreate video. The what are my favorite brushes in Procreate? I'm going to go through every major program and do that. Do a sort of like, hey, these are the brushes you should check out. Either they're built into the program, or you can go and like pay or download or whatever, and that'll be fun to kind of do them for Clip Studio and Rebel and Art Rage and all that stuff. So I'm excited to get in, do just time-lapse paintings that way. I might even bring back more original, just pure time-lapse art videos. That way I can paint something for 20 or 30 hours and then condense it down to like 45 minutes. You know, I think that would be fun too. But yeah, that is it for me. You guys take care. I will see you on Wednesday night for sure. Yeah, we're probably going to take a look at what Clip Studio has to offer as far as comic paneling stuff, because I'm interested to see how that works. Because I think you can make custom shapes and then you drag the shapes around and it makes a mask that you can draw into where you don't go out of the shapes. It's really cool ideas in theory. I just have never used it. I've never like clicked the buttons before, so I need to figure that out and do the learning curve side of that. So we'll struggle through it together. It's fine. But you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. Let me hit up the Discord link one more time since it should be working. That way you guys have the Discord that you can hang out at and, talk shop. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on. We're going to have even more stuff going on after the website's up. So a lot of fun things happening. But yeah, take care. Go make cool art. We will see you guys on Wednesday. And you guys are the best. Peace.